So, very good evening, all. I hope my voice is audible to you, all of you. So, today is the day three of Excel, the ultimate workshop. What we are planning here. I hope my audio is audible to all of you. Just quickly give me a thumbs up. You are able to listen up my audio. Yeah. So quickly, let me share my screen so that we can get started with this particular workshop and things what we are going to cover up, what we have discussed. So I'll try to give you a quick overview of the things what we have been covering so far. So just a moment, let me share my screen. Uh, so I hope my screen is visible to all of you. So just give me a quick thumbs up if my screen is visible to you all so that we can get started quickly, people. Okay, done. So, as far as what we have discussed in the previous class, we have discussed about on this particular data. We learned how do we do formatting, how do we do coloring, how do we add number formatting, how do we, uh, my bad, how do we apply formatting, how do we apply borders, how do we apply fill color, how do we apply, how do we apply uh, fill colors, how do we apply font colors, how do we apply alignments. We have discussed it so far. And yesterday, you can see we have discussed much more in detail about count and count blank count day. Sum is for adding the numbers, maximum, what is the maximum number available, average is uh, average for doing the average of the numbers, count to count number of cells which contains number in the database, count blank counts empty cells in the database, and next you have count a. Uh, Other than empty cells, it counts everything. That is the use case of using count a function here. Then here you can see next we have next we have the other functions what we are discussing here. It is count if and sum if, which we have not covered it in the previous class. So we'll be taking up that particular thing here. Once again, let me just create the file. One second, people. They'll select. Sorry for the lag, people. I hope I am audible to you all. My screen is visible. Quickly just give me a thumbs up so that I can cover it out. Yes, Ashmita. Anyone? I hope my screen is visible, right? Quickly give me a thumbs up. I got just stuck in some laptop got stuck, so I've just restarted it. Done, 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 done. So, as my screen is also visible to you all. Done, 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 done. So, yes. So, as we discussed in the previous class, these were some of the important things what we need to consider and what we need to remember here. Here, then you can see we have discussed about the serial number, roll number, student name, gender, college, city, date of birth. These are all this sort of criteria what we have discussed. Fees we have discussed here along with we have discussed about student name, gender, college. Now we will be learning much more in detail. Before we get into much more in detail, we are left over with these two formulas which we need to take it up. As you can already see on the screen, this particular formulas we will be going through this particular formulas as well. Now, uh, one second. Here you can see, sorry, here you can see we are having this particular data. Now we are left over with the COUNTIF and SUMIF formula. So here we will be quickly discussing about the main COUNTIF SUMIF formula, how the things are working here and what all things are there with this particularly. And and we will be getting through this particular formulas. So here you can see we are having the countif summif formula. Countif formula is used for countif formula is used for count with condition. I mean, I can write it down. It's for same for summif and this one with condition. Counts with the condition. Now, just quickly tell you how many names do we have here? How many names do we have here? Quickly let me know everyone in the chat box. See the people who are unable to access the chat box, it's a request. You can drop messages in the WhatsApp group as well. I mean, simply you can type whatever answer it is in the WhatsApp group. So no need to get worried. I mean, as Teams required license, so sometimes it might not allow you get it done. Now, tell me in this data, how many male, how many female are there? Quickly, everyone. How many male, how many female? I want everyone. We have 66 participants today. I want everyone to be quick and be attentive. Quickly tell me how many male participants, how many female students are there in our data. Quick, quick. We are getting answers. Male 4, Male, 4 male, 6 female. Okay. Question is telling 4 males. Done. Now, what is it I am telling? We had overall how many participants? We had 10 participants, in which if you are categorizing the participants, it's like when you are categorizing the participants, it's like correct. You can stop now. Yeah, correct. So when you are categorizing the things, I mean, when I'm giving you condition, tell me how many male, tell me how many female. Okay, getting my point. How many male, how many female. That is a particularly how you can get your results done. Now just see here. Now here this formula countif will help us to know that the case, I mean that the case properly. Countif will know that the case how we will be able to do it properly. Now simple thing, simple formula you can see. Countif means counting number of counting with condition. Count a particular data with a condition. Now if you see, I said how many males. You all have given answer, right? You, all of you have given the answer. So based on that particular answer, you can see equals to what I'm writing here is, I'm writing the formula itself equals to count if. Now equals to count if. See, whenever it is in the blue line, here you can see it is giving a brief explanation that counts the number of cells within a range that uh, that meet the given condition, which meets the given condition. So that is the thing what you can see here. That is the thing what it is being done in this particular aspect. So this way you will be able to take it up, and then here you can see for count if I'm writing here equals to count if open bracket. Okay, I'm writing here equals to count if open bracket. Here you can see the scores. What we are getting is like count if I'm writing what is the condition we are getting, range, comma, criteria. We are getting something called as range, comma, criteria. Now, if you see in this particularly range, comma, criteria part, here you are able to see Here you are able to see in this particular formula range comma criteria. Here I am selecting the range. Now what is my condition? I needed to know very carefully. I wanted to know how many male, how many female are there in the data. So I am selecting my range. Getting my point? I am selecting my range. After selecting my range, here you can see it is asking for criteria. Here you can see it is asking for criteria. So in this particular criteria, I'm writing a comma. Okay, I'm writing a comma. After writing that particular comma, then next to it, I'm adding here criteria like male and anything, whatever you're writing inside a formula. Please be clear, everyone. Anything, whatever you're writing inside a formula in Excel, be very clear with that. It should be in quotation marks. How it should be? It should be in double quotation. Let me zoom the screen and just show you. See here. Here you can see I'm trying to write equals to count if open bracket it is asking for range comma criteria. Now for range comma criteria, what I'm doing here, first I'm selecting my range and comma double quotes. I wanted to know about male. So I'm writing here MALE, male. Again, I'm closing with double. Okay, to be very clear, if you're writing text inside a formula, it should be in this way only. You cannot change as per your convenience. So this is the thing what you needed to take care of. Okay, getting my point. So once you have written this particular formula, you can press enter. So whatever answer you have given in the chat box, You can see we are able to get the correct answer. Now, see here I'm trying to calculate in the beside cell equals to count if it is asking for range comma criteria. Now I wanted to know number of females in the data. What I am doing, I am selecting the range. Here I am selecting it. And if I am going down, and you can see comma, I'm writing here female. And here you cannot tell like, sir, you do write formulas with a mistake. So we will also write formula with a mistake. So, I mean, writing spelling is a good thing, but you should not repeat the same mistake. So see here, I have written female in the data and I have closed bracket. You can see I am getting here answer as 5 females. But you people have answered me. Let me check. You people have answered 6 females. Here you can see this particularly. Here you can see this particularly. It's like the formula whatever you are writing. Here it I am getting 5 females. Okay. If you see yesterday we have deleted for count blank. For getting the count blank part, what we have done, we have deleted the formula here. We have deleted the female thing here. So you can see I'm writing here female. Now you can see I'm getting the correct count. Earlier, okay, that was a mistake. What we had here, 10 records, female, which was deleted. That's the reason we got only 6. Now, next we have sum if. Now let me take different criteria. I wanted to know people studying in CMR college, how much, what is what is the total collection done by the CMR? That's what the thing I wanted to know here. Okay, I wanted to know about this is the thing that how come CMR college student, I mean total fees collected by CMR. I wanted to know total fees collected by only CMR. I don't want it to, if I do total, I'm getting 4,52,123. I don't want this. I wanted to know how much fee is collected by CMR. I hope you are getting my point. So when you needed to add, but with a condition. Okay, have a clarity. When you want to add, but with a condition. When you want to add, but with a condition, then we are going to use some if condition. Which condition, people? We are going to use some if condition. So here you can see the formula I'm writing here equal to sum if. You can see here I'm writing equal to sum if open bracket. You can see I'm getting, yeah, sorry. I'm getting sum if open bracket. I'm getting option called as range, comma, criteria, comma, sum range. Here we are getting something called as range, comma, criteria, comma, sum range. So see here, range, comma, criteria, comma, sum range. You can see first I needed to find out what is my criteria. My criteria is that CMR total fees I needed to know. So first I need to find out where is CMR. You can see CMR is in this particular column. You can see that CMR is in E column. Here you can see from E column, sorry, from E column to the last column, I am selecting it. Okay, from E column to the very last column, I'm trying to select it. After selecting this particular number, okay, getting my point. After selecting this particular data, now it is asking for criteria. Whose fees I needed to know, people? As discussed, whose fee I wanted to know? Just tell me whose fees I wanted to know. How should I write here? How should I write CMR? CMR, correct answer. How should I write CMR? Whenever you are writing a text inside a formula, how we need to write the how we need to write a text inside a formula? I've just now mentioned it. How we need to write it down? Absolutely correct. For your reference as well, I have tried to share. Okay, you can see CM. You can see double quotes is mandatory. Okay, C range, comma, CMR, comma, CMR double quotes, comma, fees. Absolutely correct, Pravalika, Avinash. Correct. Now, see here, E3 is to E12, double quotes. I'm writing here CMR, close double quotes. Okay, sum if E2 is to E12, open double quotes, close double quotes, comma, sum range. Now, where if it is a CMR, what should I take it? What should I add it? So here you can see this is what we needed to add. This is what we needed to add. So simply see here, selected the range, so written down the criteria, then comma, H3 is to H12 where I have the fees. You can see if I close bracket, okay, if I close bracket and press enter, you can see what is the answer we are getting. 1,96,000. Let me also check. Okay. Here you can see we have CMR 80,000, 81,000, and where is it? 35,000. I'm just copying it. Control Shift V. Okay, we have three values. Let me just quickly add. 1,96,000. Okay, 1,96,000. You can see these are the three values. What do we have in this data? You can see 1,90,000. Sir, you have done something in the data. That's the reason we are getting it for CMR. Do it for ACC. Simple thing. I'll double click on the formula to edit. I'll go here, backspace, backspace, backspace. I'll write down here ACC. Okay. And to be very precise, it is not case sensitive in this case. It is not case sensitive in this case. So I have written double quotes ACC, close double quotes. That then once I press enter, you can see ACC is around 30,000. Let me see 20,000, and here it is 10,000. What do we have on the data? So 20 plus 30,000, we are getting this particular value. Hope you people can do. For example, if I'm asking for Hyderabad location, I'll do it in a different way this time. I'm writing here equals to sum if open bracket. This time I wanted to know fees staying in people staying in Hyderabad, how much fees they are paying. The students who are in Hyderabad, what is the fees paid by them? So see here, first I'm selecting this. After that, comma, Hyderabad. Can I write Hyderabad this way? Tell me quickly in the chat box. Can I write Hyderabad this way? Quickly tell me in the chat box. If your answer is yes, you can give thumbs up, or else you can drop a message in the chat box. Absolutely, absolutely. Because correct answers. Thank you, people. Here, because you can see whatever data. Here, if Hyderabad is written HYDERABAD, then it should be written that same thing. You know the nickname of your friend, but Excel doesn't know, right? You know how do we call this particular place with your own reference. But Excel doesn't know about what is that reference. So we need to write down the complete name. And if you see, I've randomly written some name. We can see I've written a wrong spelling of Hyderabad. And if I'm trying to press, I'm not getting it. Here you need to write it on the correct spelling of Hyderabad. You can see total fees. The students who are in Hyderabad have paid 91,000 only. Now, other way of selection, sir, instead of writing Hyderabad, can I select Hyderabad? Okay, let us do this for Delhi. I'm just writing for your reference. Let us do this for Delhi so that you will also have a clarity. I'm writing here, I'll write it here so that I'll share this Excel file so that it will be for your reference. I'm writing here equals to sum if. See, sum if is for single condition, sum is for multiple condition. Currently, we are going with the single condition in this workshop. Equals to sum if, open bracket, range, comma, criteria, comma, sum range. What is it we are having here? Okay, range, comma, criteria, comma, sum range. What is it we are having here? Now you can see I'm selecting the same data. No change in the data. Okay. I'm selecting the same data. After selecting the same data, comma, I'm selecting the cell. Here you can see I've written Delhi here, or else here it is also Delhi. I can select this way. I'm trying to select the cell Delhi, which is beside to me, and comma, I'm selecting the cell range. And if I close bracket, press enter, you can see Delhi here we don't have any value. Delhi here we have 40,000 as the value. So here you are able to see, you are able to get the answer on this particularly about uh, how the addition is done for this particular data. Then you can see here, this is how you can use count if sum, maximum, minimum, average, count blank, and the count if and sum if functions in Excel. Now, apart from this, next, if we see the next particular part, agenda for the day, here we are going to learn relative reference, absolute reference, mixed reference. We'll learn in the second part of the session. I mean, after 9 o'clock, we'll be discussing about this. Now, currently, we'll be discussing about the sorting part. So whatever I mark it in yellow, either we are discussing, either we have completed discussing on this particularly, so no need to get worried. So we'll be discussing sorting and filtering. Then we'll discussing common formula errors. We'll discuss data validation. We'll be discussing conditional formatting. One of its kind which I like the most. I mean, mostly people like conditional formatting in Excel. It might be in Excel or anywhere around. We like conditional formatting. The simple reason is like it gets updated simultaneously with our data. So it's feel like the data is alive. The data is into the picture. So we'll be able to take it up in this particular. Then, uh, one second. Uh, okay. So now here you can see what we are able to do now here is here you can see then you have data validation, text functions, common formula errors, conditional formatting. So let us discuss sorting and filtering data. Now, let us quickly jump to the data sheet where where we were actually working. Now see here, I'm selecting this. Control C to copy. Okay. I said one formula. I want you people to say one formula. As we have 70 participants in the meeting, I want you to tell what is the shortcut key for paste quickly in the chat box. The people who are unable to access chat box can drop a message in the group as well. What is the shortcut key for paste? Control V, Avantika, Akshita, Ashwita, Control V, Control. And there is one thing what I want to say. I mean, it's not anyone's fault. Whenever I do take session in offline, in colleges or workshops to the working professionals, here I faced one for problem like if I am mentioning, for example, just now I mentioned like control C का मतलब क्या है? I mean, control C is for copy. How do I say it? You need to press control plus C. ठीक है? What I have mentioned? Control plus C. Okay. So people, I mean, some students, I mean, the people who are new to Excel, very beginner, what they have done, literally they have pressed control. They have hold control button. Okay. They have holded control button. Then they have hold plus button and then press C in the C for copy. I mean, when it got happened in the classes, in offline classes, the people who are very beginning to this particular classes, I mean, learning Excel, literally I faced the challenge here. So from then I stopped mentioning that control plus C. I started telling control C, control V, control D, control R, whatever shortcut keys we are having. You might have noticed for inserting a row, I mentioned like Alt I and C to insert a column. Okay. So here you can see I have tried written as Alt I and V. I did not mention like press Alt, press then I, press then V. That's not the correct way. And this is what we face. I mean, this is some common errors which are faced by us in the meeting. I mean, which are faced by us in the meeting. So it would be a problem to us. But still, I recommend control plus C मतलब control plus and C नहीं रहेगा. Control C ही रहेगा. But you needed to select both keys. That's the reason we are adding control plus and C. So please be aware of it, people. Do not do the silly mistakes. I want you people to be, I mean, by end of this workshop, I want you people, you should be not saying like, I don't know Excel. You will be able to work on any sort of data in Excel once you are done on this particular scenario. You can, I mean, you can easily understand whatever files you're getting from your teachers, I mean, your employer, whoever it might be, we are able to get it. I mean, you will be able to get all these things directly from the data. I mean, whatever data you got. Then, okay. So please be very careful. What is the shortcut key for adding a row? Quick, tell me quickly, people. What is the shortcut key for adding the P? Sorry, adding a row. What is the shortcut key? What is the shortcut key quickly? Alt I R. Alt I R. Okay, Alt I and R. Okay, absolutely correct. Shortcut key for bold. Shortcut key for bold. Shortcut key for bold. Shortcut key for bold. Shortcut key for italic. Shortcut key for italic. Control I. Okay, absolutely correct. Underline. For underline. For underline. Okay, okay. Control U. Okay. Copy you all know. Control C you all know. Control V you all know. Okay, let's get into the different part of it now. So let's dive into the done. Thank you everyone for your wonderful responses. Now here you can see next here you can see so let us no, we'll be going with the sorting and filtering feature. I'm selecting the data. Now you can see if I want to select data, what I'm doing, I'll not select with the mouse this way. My selection might go wrong. So how do I am selecting the data? I selected the first cell, Control Shift right arrow, hold Control Shift, press right arrow. By holding Control and Shift, press right arrow, you will be able to select holding Control Shift and right arrow, Control Shift down arrow. You can see my data is getting selected. My data is getting selected. Now I'm copying it. Simple thing, I'm copying it. I'm adding a new worksheet here on the screen. Okay, I'm adding a new worksheet and Control V. Control V. Control V. Okay, Control V. Here you can see I'm able to. Okay, Control V, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Now, if you might see here, I'm trying to adjust my data. If I click here and if I double click in between, my data as per the details, it gets selected. I want one name to be added. Let us see, Mr. See, I'll tell you the difference. I wanted only the headings. So that's the reason I'll write one name here. Let us take Chandana. So see here, uh, absolutely correct answer. You are saying like, sir, we can select Control A for entire selection the data. I want to select only serial number 2 is 91,000. Now if I press Control A, Control C, where is the sheet which where I have added? Okay, I have added here. Now if I'm selecting any cell, if I press Control V, with the header, I'm getting the data. I'm not getting as per my choice. I'm getting as per whatever choice it is available in the data. Whatever data we have, as per the choice we are getting here. 1 second. I will mute. If any queries, I'll help you out in the end. So please do not unmute yourself. I have muted, but still, if you are getting any option, do not unmute. It's a request. By end of the session, I'll be able to assist you people. See, whenever I press Control C and Control A and Control C, Control V, you can see that we are unable, entire data has been selected. I want a specific data to be selected and to be given here. So you can see this is not the correct way what we can do. So I'm just, okay, tell me the shortcut for undo. Undo. Shortcut for undo. Be quick. Shortcut for undo, everyone. Sir, what is undo, sir? Which language you are talking, sir? Chaitanya Rachmade. What is this Chaitanya? Why you are telling? Akshita Control Z, Sushmita Control Z, Priyanka Control Z, Ragini Control Z. Oh my God. You people are deleting also. Control Y को delete कर दिया. Very bad. Only girls we are able to see. Nitish, come on. Manpower. For undo, correct. For undo, it is Control Z. Absolutely correct answer, people. So if you see, if I press Control Z, data is gone. It's not gone. It is there was nothing. I have added one step, so I went one step back. Now, what is the shortcut key for one step forward? What is the shortcut key for one step forward? I mean, in as per your terms, What is the shortcut key for redo? Redo. What is the shortcut key for redo? What is the shortcut key for control Y? So the other person who has replied control Y very first, now your answer is correct. Control Y. You can see if I press uh, control Y, I'll be able to get my data. You can see control Z. I'm somewhere here. I press control Y. You can see I'm able to get my data. Control Z में press कर दे रहा हूँ. And please make a note. You can go back up to 32 steps. Please make a note. Very important for you. You can go back up to 32 steps. And once you went 32 steps back, you can go forward. How many steps? How many steps you can go forward? If we are able to go 32 times backward, how many times I can move forward? Simple logic we have learned in 10th. Something called as LHS equals to RHS. Left side should be equal to right side. So now tell me how many times I can go forward if I can go 32 steps backward. Quickly. Tell, chat box. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. 32. People are very active. I appreciate that. 32 steps. Go forward. I have written already. Undo 32 steps. You can go back. If you are going 32 steps back, you will be able to go 32 steps forward in the data. That is what it is. I'm just deleting it. Please make a note of it. Now we are discussing about sorting. Okay, I'll do that quickly. Now, tell me, is my names here are in alphabetical order? Yes or no? You can, for yes, you can write down Y. For no, you can write down N. Yes or no? Do I have student names in alphabetical order? Yes or no? So here this term sorting helps us people to sort. And I'm writing here so that you will be able to do. Student name in A to Z format. I mean, please understand it as I'm discussing. If I start typing, it takes a lot of time to, I mean, it will be waste of time. So you can understand student name A to Z. Is it correct answer? No, 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 no. We are getting here. Okay. Correct. No. Now, see here. Okay, we got the answer. No. Now, here you can see I wanted to sort the data in alphabetical order. So where do I find this sorting option? The main option, the main place where we have the sorting option, you can see data tab. I'm writing the location. Okay, data tab. Sort and filter group. We discussed in the very first class data, what are tabs, what are groups. Then we have sort option. Okay, getting my point. Here you can see data tab, sort and filter group, sort. Some people who are already using Excel, sir, it is there on this here as well. You can see, sir, you are saying go to this particular location, but I have sorting option on my screen here as well. See, absolutely correct. It is available there too, but it's the very own location of sorting option is here. So please quickly make a note of it. 1 minute of time to you people. Quickly make a note of it. Data tab, sort and filter group, sort. Quickly make a note of it. Then if you have made a note, quickly give me a thumbs up, everyone. Quickly give me a thumbs up. We can move forward. No thumbs up, no motivation, no class. I want everyone to give a thumbs up. Quick, quick. Done. So here you can see the next particular part. What do we have here? It is like data type, sort and filter, sort. Now student name in A to Z format. I want student name in A to Z format. Here you can see what I have done. Done. So here you can see already what I have student name A to Z. I'll select any one student name from the data. Getting my point? I will select any one student name from the data. After selecting one student name from the data, I'll go to formula tab. I'll go to the data tab. After getting into data tab, I'll click on this option sort. I'll click on this option sort. Once clicking on this particular option, here you can see we are having one option as sort by. 1 second. I'm just getting an urgent call. 1 minute, people. Sorry. Extremely sorry for the distraction. Okay, let me just repeat one more time. Here, this is the data. I selected one name. After selecting any random name or any one name, top name, it's highly recommended to select the first names. You can select, see, there's no problem you select what you are selecting, but it is recommended to keep your selection precise. So I'm selecting here to Sumit Shinde, first name, what do we have? Here after selecting it, I'm clicking on the button sort. Here you are able to see, I hope everyone able to see a dialog box on the screen. Yes or no, people, just quickly to let me know. Are we able to see a dialog box? Yes or no? Okay. You are able to see the dialog box. See the sometimes what it happens, I have shared only Excel screen. So there is a high chance sometimes it might not be visible. Okay, as you people are mentioning it, so I don't have a problem. So okay, then sort by here I have tell me how do I need to sort the data? What should I select here? Sort by what? Sort by what? You can write on short forms. SN is for student name. Sort by A to Z, correct, Nitish? We needed to sort by A to Z, but for what? But for what? Correct. SN is for student name. SN is for student name. So I need to select student. Please respond to it. What after that? Sort on. See here you have three options. Sort cell values, cell colors, font colors, conditional formatting icon. So here we are doing based on the value. Okay, I'm selecting cell values. Okay, then here having what should I select if I want in A to what should I select here? This order. What is the order we need to select here? What is the order we need to select here? We are having two orders. Which one we need to select? Quickly in the chat box, everyone. Okay. Rohita is answering. A to Z. Absolutely correct. I'm selecting A to Z. Okay, A to Z. Now let me just, and one more thing, please be careful. This option should be selected. Whenever you are having headings in your data, let it be selected. My data has headers. If it is not been selected, there is a high chance it will not work. It will not work properly. So if you are having headings, please select this. Or else what it will happen, it will consider this as well. So if I click on this, I'll consider this will become my headings. Now simply if I click on OK, is it being done in the alphabetical order, people? Just give me a quick thumbs up if it is changed, or if it is not changed, you can tell, let me know. Let me know. Done. Now you people tell me, any one of you can unmute yourself. Okay, now tell me the process. I wanted to know, please make a note it down in your notebooks, everyone. If you're keeping it, any one of you can tell what is the option to see to rearrange the data in serial number. What should I do? What should I do to rearrange the data? Quickly, anyone can speak out. Anyone can speak out, or you can type in the chat box. Quickly, you can type in the chat box.
Sir, your screen is invisible.
Is this a problem with everyone? Jayashri, is there any problem with my screen? Can you let me, please? Any participant can message me in the chat box. Screen visible or not?
Totally invisible.
Lakshmi Sahasra, you need to check with your internet connection.
Okay, now it's visible.
Done. Sorry. Okay, let me do. So you can see here also roll numbers have changed. It is not in order. So what I can do again, I'll click here. I'll click on sort. I'll be able to select roll number. Here I'm selecting A to Z. Click on OK. Here you are able to see again as per 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 8. You are able to get the numbers here on the screen. Then we are having the next particular part. Okay, next particularly. Sorry, I'm sorry, but I'm disabling mic for you. Okay. Now just see here. I've selected this. I've rearranged it back. Now let me see. I want here, if you see home, I'm giving some random colors. Okay, I have given this particular color. Now my criteria is I don't want in alphabetical order. I don't want in any such logic. I want to in one logic, whichever orange color. Let me take very precise color so that ये shades के बारे में idea नहीं है. So I'll be very specific with the colors. Okay, red. So wherever red is there, it should be in the top, and rest data should start next after red. Everything should be same. The data is this only, but red color jiska bhi hai, it should be on the top. Same thing, I'll go to data, click on data, then what should we do? Sorry, data, we need to click on sort. Here, I need to select student name. Here, I'm selecting cell color. You can see what is the option. I'm selecting cell color. And here you can see no color selected. I'm selecting the red one, whatever color we had here. Here you can see on top में चाहिए either in bottom. So I want in top, so I'm selecting top on top, and you can see I'm clicking on OK. I hope you are able to see the visible changes quickly. You can give me a thumbs up if you are able to see the changes. Quick thumbs up, everyone. Done. So that is one of the ways. There are multiple different ways of sorting the data. Here you can see I want the fees, which is it should be highest fee to the lowest fee. I wanted to know highest fee to lowest fee. I'll select this. This time I'll go from home tab. I'll click on sort and filter. You can see what I'm getting here. Smallest to largest, largest to smallest. If I want the highest in the top, what should I select? S2L or L2M? L2A. Uh, what should we need to select if you want the highest on the top? Highest values, I mean, the whatever fees is in the top, what we need to select here? Smallest to largest or largest to smallest? Absolutely correct. Here you can see I'm selecting largest to smallest. You can see the fees, whichever was highest is in the top, and the empty cell you can see it is in the bottom. Again, I'm rearranging the data here. Sort smallest to largest in the serial number. My data is back to original. Next, let me discuss about filter in Excel. Now, uh, how I can say is like difference between filtering and sorting is like sorting means rearranging the data. Okay, please get my point. Sorting means rearrange the data. Okay, sorting means rearrange the data, and you can see that filter means only criteria based data. For example, here I have male and female. I wanted to know only males in the data. I'll select all my headings. Okay, I'll select all my headings. After selecting my headings, I'll go to data tab. Here I'll click on filter. What is the change we are able to see on the screen? Quickly tell me. Once I clicked on filter button, what is the change you are able to see? When I clicked for sort, I got one dialog box. What is it I'm getting now? Quickly in the people, let me know. Once again, what is there is a change in the data now? Earlier to this data, what is the change in the data now? Quickly respond in the chat box. Quickly respond in the chat box. What is the difference from the? Are we able to find any difference on the screen? Are we able to find any difference on the screen, everyone? Quickly, if there is a difference, type yes. If there is no difference, click no. Once I clicked on filter, you can see, I'll just try to show you. I'm selecting it. I'm clicking on filter. This particular box is enabled. Is there any change in the screen? Any people tell me, is there any change in the screen? You can type yes, I mean Y in the chat box to let me know it as a yes, and you can type no if there is no change. So you can see only one response we got it here. Yes, change, yes. Lakshmi Sahasra, it's a request, do not spam the chat box. Please check with your internet connection. I'm sorry if my screen is blurred to you. It's not in the case of others. So it's a request, do not spam the chat box. So here you can see filtering means it will be standing, sorting means rearranging the data. Filter means completely filter out the information. Here you can see narrow down the data. For example, I wanted to know males. I'll click on the drop down. Okay, this is known as a drop down. I'll click on this drop down and I'll click on male. If I click on male, you can see only males are visible. I'm sorry, only males are visible in the data. And if I'm clicking here, deselect male, and if I'm selecting female, you can see only female I'm able to see in this entire data. Now, if I want to remove, I'll click here, clear filter from gender. Now, I wanted to know how many people are from Hyderabad. I'll click here, deselect it, I'll click on Hyderabad, click on OK. The people in Hyderabad, I'm able to see it. Then I'm clicking here, I'm click deselect Hyderabad. I'm selecting Mumbai and click OK. You can see the people who belong to Mumbai, I am able to see it. This is what filtering means. And there is some advanced level of filtering as well. Here you can see I'll click on the drop down. Number filter greater than I wanted to know the fees which is more than 50,000. Selecting drop down number filter and click on OK. See, these are the students whose fees is more than 50,000, is more than 50,000 in nature. So that is what we are having in this particular scenario. Fees is more than 50,000. This is how we filter out the data. Here, if I'm clicking sort, if I'm clicking sort A to Z, it is not filtering it's not filtering the data. It's like rearranging the data for me. If I want to filter the data, you can see I'm selecting the data filter. I'm writing here, or else, yeah, here I'm writing like less than 20,000. I'm writing less than 20,000. You can see I'm able to see the data of students who are paying fees less than 20,000. This is how you can do sort and filter option. Filter, there is a shortcut key for filter. You can write it down, everyone. Control Shift L. Okay, what is the shortcut key we have here for this? Control Shift CTRL plus Control HIFT Shift plus Control Shift L is the shortcut key for filter. Sorting के लिए there is no filter key. There is no shortcut key. For filter we have Control plus Shift plus L. This is the basic shortcut key for filter. Now, next part, here we are learning about data validation. Now we are going to learn about. Okay, before we go with the data validation, let's go with the conditional formatting. Done. These are some conditional formatting. Same data I'm using for this as well. I'll remove these colors. Done. Now I wanted to highlight students' fees. Okay, getting my point. I'm rearranging the data. I wanted to highlight the student fees more than conditional fees. Okay, I wanted to highlight fees more than 50,000. Okay, 50,000 per student in green fill. I wanted to highlight the data fees greater than 50,000 in green fill, fees less than 50. You can see here I'm writing. I hope you are able to understand the symbols greater than, less than. So fees greater than green fill and fees less than 50,000 should be in red color. So see here I'm selecting the data wherever I want to apply. So you can see I'm selecting it. Now the next option here we have something called as conditional formatting. We have an option called as conditional formatting here. Then here you can see Yeah, then you can see here, I'm clicking on conditional formatting. After clicking on conditional formatting, here you are able to see there is something called as new rule. So I'm selecting the new rule. Here you can see I'm having format only cells that contain greater than 50,000. Here you can see I have written select C conditional formatting, new rule, select a rule in which second option cell value greater than 50,000. Now click on format. Here you have font and border and fill. So fill means it is the background. Font is like the character what is present inside the cell. So I want it through fill. After getting to the fill, as I mentioned, let me take a shade of green. I'm trying to take only shade of green, and you can see if I click on OK, I need to just click on OK. You're able to see if cell value is greater than 50,000, it will be appearing in this color. Now, if I click OK, you can see it is been done. Now, some people might say to me, okay, some people might say to me, sir, itna mehnat, why do we do this much struggle when I can select it, go here to this green color? But there is a difference here. Let me just tell you. For example, this cell is an empty cell. I mean, there is a very high chance that human can do a mistake like highlighting it with a green color from this particular option, which is absolutely wrong. Now, just see here, if I'm writing 10,000, is there any change? There is no change in the data. Is there any change? There is no change in the data. Now, but if you see here, but if you see here, okay, but if you see here, there is no change. Let me take any random cell. I'm writing 50,000 greater than, right? I'm writing 50,000. Is there any change? Still, there is no change. Sir, what do you want to show actually to us? Please let us know. See here, once I have done 10,000, there is no change. 50,000, no change. Let me write it as 50,000 and 1. Okay, 50. So it's 5 lakh 1. I'm sorry. 50,000 and 1. And when I press enter, you can see automatically it is getting applied to the green color. For example, this 91,000, I'm changing it to 8,500. I'm changing it to 8,500. Okay, if I'm changing it to 8,500 and if I press enter, see what's the difference you are getting on the screen. 8,500, you can see that you are getting the color is automatically getting updated. Let me apply the another filter. Select this conditional formatting. There is another way. Highlight cell rules. If I click on less than, I'll be able to write here less than 50,000 should be in light red fill. Okay, let me select some light red fill with dark red text. If you click on OK, you can see the preview. When I'm changing it to 91,000, sorry, here you can see we are getting 91,000 as in green color. If I'm changing it to any one random number to 50,000, 5 lakhs, हो गया, sorry, 60,000, okay. And once I press, it is still in the green color. If I write 5, it changes to red color. This is how conditional formatting helps. But what if, sir, what if we have done this way? अभी इधर मैं लिख रहा हूँ 5. Changing, no change. If I'm writing any big number, if I'm writing If I'm writing any big number, is it changing? If I'm writing any small number, it's not changing here. So that's what the thing which we need to consider here for this particularly. These are the things you need to get load. Now, this is a basic about conditional formatting. Now you can see here, I'll just show you another few options here. I'm writing 10, 20, selecting it, drag, I'm dragging it towards just for the reference, no need to get worried. I selected some random numbers. After that, I selected this conditional formatting. Here you are having data bars. You can see gradient field and solid field. Solid field is the solid color what you will be getting. Gradient field is the shaded color. The nearer to number, the darker. I mean the darker it in nature. So I'm just selecting one to show you. I'm selecting this green. The lowest number getting the lowest bar, the highest number getting the highest bar. Then I'm selecting this conditional formatting. Gradient is done. Then solid fill, you can see if I'm selecting pink, everywhere it is dark pink, nothing like light pink, greater starting में कम रहेगा बाद में ज़्यादा रहेगा, completely highest point. Then here you can see selecting the next one, conditional formatting color scales. It's like temperature. The lowest, like it's like air quality index. The lowest the number, the air quality is good. The higher the number, your air quality is bad. Temperature be. If it is 10 degrees, it is okay. If you're 30 degrees, 40 degrees, it's normal. 50, it's getting hot. And 100 degrees, it's like extremely hot. This is how this automatically gets changed. Sir, ये तो अभी आप कुछ कर दिए हो रहा है. If I'm writing 200, you can see automatically the color scales have changed. If I'm writing 5, you can see the color scales have been changed automatically. Then here you can see 10 to 20. Another things we have, here also we can see, let me use traffic signal. The lower the number, it's like red signal. The middle it is reaching its yellow signal. It's going to the bottom, it's a green signal. And the last one is like, let us use our mobile towers. If you are in village, we are getting very less network of the data. Here I am selecting. You can see if I am in village, no network. Somewhere if I'm hanging on a tree, I mean not hanging, I'm sorry. If you are going near to a tree or a highest point available in the location, okay, highest point available in the location, not hanging in the tree, I'm sorry. Highest point you are able to see 30, 40, 50, 60 you can see, 70, 80 you can see, 90, 100 you can see. You are in city, you are getting complete 5G. If you are in village, you are not getting even 2G. That's how you can interpret it. Now if 40 if I write down 1000 here, I'll get highest signal to 1000. बाकी का पूरा कुछ आएगा ही नहीं. So that is how conditional formatting works in Excel. So this was about conditional formatting in Excel. Now let me discuss about data validation. Let us discuss about data validations in Excel. Okay. Let us discuss data validations. Now, so you people should not get offended. That's the reason what I am doing here is I am copying Now, let us discuss about this particularly. Now, let us discuss about the formatting. Let us discuss about conditional formatting here, data validation here. Now, in this particular, I'll just delete the names. Now, here we are having the male, female, and here we are having colleges, here we are having cities. Now, tell me, here you are, these are some predefined terms we have male, female. Either there is a male, either there is a female. What do we have here? Okay. Uh, Here my mic is on. Okay. Male, female, you can see here. I wanted to get started, get moving with the male and the female. Here, if I'm typing here, for example, mistakenly someone has typed their name. Someone has uh, someone have tried their name here. Is this the correct thing what we are doing here? Is this the correct thing? What do we have here? What should be the answer here? Is this a correct thing? What do we have here? Male, female, Raki, female, male, female, male. We do not have these options correctly. So what we can do here, we are able to learn something new, something called as data validation. Okay, this is something called as data validation in Excel. So here if I'm typing anything apart from what it's to be typed, it should be clearly mentioned. Okay, it should be clearly mentioned that what we are typing here on the screen. So here you can see, I'm deleting it. Data validation is like what I can say in easy words, you are giving a validation in the sense you are applying some rule, you are giving a rule to that particular cells that only it should accept if this is the data, or else it should not at all accept if this isn't the data. Now see here, I'm selecting this, go to data tab. Okay, go to data tab. After going into data tab, there is a next option. What do we have? Here is, okay, there is a next option. What do we have here is go to data tab, data validation. Here you have data validation, clear invalid circle, clear validation circles. You can see I'll select data validation. After that, in drop down, there are multiple options here. You need to select list. What we need to select? List. Here it is asking for source. I'm writing here male, and what are genders we are having male, and the other second one we have female. So I'm writing here female. So currently we are having these two gender options, male and female. How this is been differentiated? It's differentiated with the it's differentiated. One second. Yeah, it's different. We need to differentiate it with the comma. We should be able to differentiate with comma. And input message, here I can write select from drop down. Select from drop down. Error alert, you can write it down. Wrong selection. If something is wrongly done, it will show wrong selection. It should input select from drop down. Error alert wrong selection settings list between. Okay. Now, is there any change you are able to find here? Is there any change? Tell me in the chat box yes or no. No is for N, Y is for yes. Is there any change after doing data validation to the data? Are we able to see any change in the data? Tell me people quickly in the chat box. Chat box is open for you. Yes or no? Are you able to see any changes? Yes. Are you able to see any changes? No. Here if you see on the screen, What is the change your people are seeing? I am not seeing. I'm unable to see any changes here. The people are mentioning as yes. Just check again. Are there any changes? Male, female, jo tha, wahi tha idhar. And let me get back. So you might think about these names. Let me add back their names. So no need to worry. Is there any change in the data? If we are seeing it visually, we are unable to see any change. For example, I am updating a student details. Mistakenly, a female student name I have written like uh, what do you call male student name? So here I'll be writing one name, Ashmita. That's spelling. So here when I was updating mistakenly, what I have done, I have copy pasted that name by name we can see it is a female, but here we are able to see it is a mistakenly I have written male. So now here if I am selecting drop, there now this is the option you will be appearing drop down. I'll select female, it will be done. Mistake by mistake if you're trying to type girl, I mean in gender, mostly people use girl, boy, man, woman, all these types of scenarios we take in gender. So if I'm trying to type girl, you can see what it is telling. This value doesn't match the data validation restrictions defined to the cell. Here you can see what is the title you are getting wrong selection. You cannot type girl, you can select only either male or female. Okay, you can see either I'm able to select male or female. I am not able to type even my name. I'm writing Varun, you can see it is mentioning like wrong selection in the data. It is telling that it's a wrong selection in the name. Here you can see I'm just updating the data. Here correct only. There is a doubt by Chandana. What about the names that are gender neutral? Now, Chandana, what I can say is for names you will be not giving any validation, but beside name, either it will be a male, either it would be a female. For example, let me add for you an example. Stream. Stream नहीं होता यार. I'll write course. Now, if one of you have enrolled for Excel program, okay, okay, one of you have enrolled for Excel Pro, Excel course, one of you have enrolled from Advanced Excel workshop. Okay, this will be common, right? This will be common. I mean, either it is Excel, either it is Advanced Excel, either it is workshop. So what I'm doing just here is I'm selecting the data. I'm going to the data validation, data validation. Here I'm selecting list. I'm writing here Excel. Either I'll be giving a course of Excel or advanced Excel or workshop or workshop. And once I click on OK, here you are able to get. I mean, I'm offering only three things. One is Excel, one is advanced Excel, and one is workshop. Now, if I wanted to learn Tally, Tally is an accounting software. If I'm writing Tally and press enter, what is it you are getting on the screen? The value doesn't match the data validation restrictions defined for the cell. So here you are able to see the student will be registered either from this three of this only. There is nothing new which will be added to the data. There will be nothing much which will be with nothing much new which will be added to the data. So here you can see I can click on the drop down. It is Excel. I'm writing Excel. I'm selecting Advanced Excel Workshop. There is some error. Evaluation. Acha. Here I have given a dot. should be a comma. Now here you can see I want to keep a workshop. I'll able to select workshop. I mean Rahman has registered for advanced Excel. John has registered for workshop. Tushank has enrolled for workshop. Sanjana enrolled for workshop. Mandar, Mandar enrolled for advanced Excel. Chandana enrolled for the workshop हो गया इधर. Chandana enrolled for Excel. This is how you can define by data validation. I cannot type like uh, triple IT. You want to learn triple IT, you will not get it. I want to type NEAT, you will be not able to type it. That's what you need to consider here while learning this. Uh, while learning this data validation part. This is was about a part of data validations. What we have yet to discuss in this. Next, we'll be discussing. This will referencing we'll do in the day 4. Let us discuss complete this all these things. Text functions, common errors. Now, text functions we'll be following here. I have some random data with me. Let me just check if I have the random data. Yep, I have the random data with me. Okay, chalo we will use some English names so that क्या पता कुछ और ज़्यादा interest आ जाए class में. Because we follow the mostly people will be like following the Western culture. So let's take some names. On such this I'm writing here heading text functions. Important uh, functions we are going to learn. So make a note of it, people. Text functions. Then this is the heading for the day. Copy pasted the data from the previous sheet. Added a row below. Now, here you have, for example, let us assume you people have rolled out a Google form. Getting my point? You people have rolled out the Google form. Now, after rolling out a Google form, Chandana, I'll tell you in end of the session. Please wait. I'll unmute you so that you can clearly tell your doubt and I'll able to help you out. Uh, Let me just complete this. Last 10 minutes, 5 minutes, we'll be discussing on that. Okay. I haven't seen your message. Now, here you can see first name, last name we have. Now, usually what we do is we collect Google Forms. In this, we'll be writing like first name, last name, middle name. These are the three things what we will be doing. But the scenario is like, if I want to generate a certificate, will I only generate with, how do I generate a certificate? Message me in the drop chat box. First name or last name or full name. How do I certificate will be given on based on what? First name, last name or full name. What will be printed on certificate? Quickly respond in the chat box. First name, last name or the full name. What will be there in a certificate? All the people, 62 participants, 60 participants, whatever it is. Full name, P. Akshaya, it's full name. Okay. So, as you all people are aware of, certificate doesn't have only first name or last name. It has completely full name of the data of the students. ठीक है, completely first name, full name of the students. Now see here what we are going to do. Now you people are going to learn very good, of the very good formula. I'll write here as well. Fn means functions. First formula we are going to learn is concatenate. Simple formulas. Concatenate. Okay, concatenate is the first formula what we are going to learn here. Concatenate. If we want to join two cells into one, two strings into one, multiple strings into one, we use the formula called as concatenate. You need to practice now. Okay, please be very clear. You people need to practice now. Here, if you see, I'm writing here equal to concatenate. You can see the spelling. Absolutely correct. Here you can see it is telling me to select text 1, comma, text 2. Okay, what I have done, I'm selecting Caddy, comma, last name Bennett, and I am closing bracket. Is it correct? And once I have done this, okay, if I have selected both the cells, two several strings into one string. Take a several string into one string. I have done that. If I press enter, I am getting Caddy Bennett. Is it correct? Is it correct? Tell me, people, is it correct? If it is not correct, why it is not correct? If it is correct, why it's correct? If it is not correct, why it's not correct? Can I print this name in certificate? Can I print this name in certificate? Let me know. Can I print this names in certificate, people? Why we can't? Why we can't? Why we can't? Why we can't? There should be a space in between. Absolutely correct. No is no, so we cannot. So correct. Here there is no space. So let me write my formula again. I'm writing here equals to concatenate. Okay, concatenate. I'm selecting the first cell. Be very clear. I'm selecting very first cell, comma. Now, what I want a space in between. Now, I cannot write down this space, comma. ऐसा नहीं दे सकते हो आप लोग. You cannot give space in this particular manner. So what you should need to do, whatever you have written, comma, with double quotes. Add a space button, again close with a single quote, again add a double quotes, comma, select the cell, comma, double quotes, space, double quotes, space, double quotes close, comma, then you need to select Bennett. Then you need to select Bennett. Close bracket, okay, close bracket, press enter. You can see we are getting the results. Now tell me, people, is it correct? So you can give me a thumbs up quickly. Quickly, you can give me a thumbs up whether it is correct or wrong. Correct or wrong. Quickly give me a thumbs up. Done. Now, next part of it. Next part of it. Today we'll covering only text. Till text functions. Next part will be considering the other thing. Day 4, we have charts, visually appealing things. So be ready. Tomorrow we'll be working with some data charts, all the things. So please be prepared. Now, see here. It's correct. Now, for example, while collecting Google Form, some students or some participants have not filled it properly. Like we can see, Caddy may E is like this, Mason may N is this way, Alberta may A is this way, Anna may N is capital, Taylor may Taylor, whatever it is. Understand the logic, what we are learning, not the pronunciation of a trainer. Okay. Atlee may E, ग्रे में A. Tell me, can I print these names on certificate? Quickly in the chat box. Can I print these names in the certificate? Well, absolute answer is like we can. Nitish, yes. Oh, okay. You have corrected your answer. I'm happy. So here you can see I cannot print this sort of names. Now, for time being, we are having only 6 names. I can do it very easily. That अच्छा सर कैडी में ये प्रॉब्लम है ई कर दिए data got solved. But can I do it for thousands of names? Again, question to you people. Can I do for 1,000 people the same thing repeating uh, going on one name, delete it? No, right? Now, either we give certificate in capital letters here, I mean, either we give certificate in capital letters. We might have received some certificates, right? Capital letters, or else there were some people who give small letters. Some people might give first character should be capital. First character, first letter of each word. You can see either in capital letters, either in small letters, or first letter of each word should be capital. First letter of each word should be capital. This might be the case. Here you can see first one is correct, so no problem. So here we are going to learn 3 formulas. Sorry. Now here you can see we are having capital letters, small letters, first letter on each word should be first letter on hota hai. I need to improve my English. First letter in each word should be capital. Now see here, either we give certificates in capital. Now, do we have any formula called as capital in Excel? Absolutely no. Here we have the formula called as upper. If I want to make all these characters in the capital letters, you can use equals to upper and select this particular text. You can see we are able to make a change to completely capital letters. I hope if you are able to see the change, just quickly give me a thumbs up, everyone. You can see correct. Tanashek, correct answers uppercase, lowercase. Here you can see. Now, what will be the for upper letter capital letters? For small letters, what might be the formula, everyone? What might be the formula? For capital letters, we had upper, and for small letters, what might be the formula? Absolutely correct, Rohit. Anyone? Sana correct. Sana already mentioned the answer. Here you can see it's lower. It's what is it? It's lower. So here you can see I'm writing down here equals to lower, open bracket, take it, equals to lower, open bracket. After that, see this time I'm not selecting this, I'm selecting this. I'm selecting this. Let me check will it work with the cross reference or not. So see here I'm selecting this equals to lower, close, open bracket, close bracket, D50. Press enter. You can see everything is in the small case. Okay, it is in the small case. It is in uppercase and it is in lower case. Now, it's mostly affiliates, government affiliations, universities give certificates in capital letters, but usually we give first letter should be capital and last word first. I mean, first letter in each word should be in capital. That's what we follow. So for that, the formula is here equals to proper. Caps. Is the formula we are going to use to make it uppercase. Now you can see equals to proper. I'm selecting this Caddy Bennett, close bracket, press enter, scroll down, control D. You can see I'm able to do it in a proper case. I hope you have understand this particularly upper, lower. These are the formulas, text functions, what we have learned today. Okay, these are the text functions. What we have learned today? First name, last name, full name, uppercase, lowercase, proper, text functions, all these things. So as per the agenda, what I have kept in mind, we have completed the text functions. Common formula errors. See tomorrow's class, mostly you can see, I mean, कल वाला क्लास का पार्ट हमने आज एक इधर कवर कर लिया. कल वाला we'll be covering up. I mean, one or the other topic is being covered, vice versa. So no need to get worried about key, sir. What will happen if we have not taken up that particular thing? So let me just show you the agenda. What we have. Let me quickly present you the agenda to you. Agenda. Okay, I hope the screen is visible. In agenda, you can see like we have completed introduction, we have understand basics, we have completed data entry, basic formatting, basic navigation techniques. Then we have completed introduction to formulas, sum, average, min, max. We'll do it on 4. We have done this. We have done sorting the data. We have done data validation for consistent. We have discussed this particularly. And from day 4, we have discussed conditional formatting. Tomorrow you will be learning creating basic charts, all these things. And people, please remember, day 5 is very important. If you are not at, you have attended all the 4 sessions and you are not attending day 5, you will be not awarded with the certificate. You will be not awarded with the certificate. So please be very careful. Mention your friends, your other fellow mates who are attending this session. Day 5 is very, very important to do this. For you people, what I'll try to do is I'll try to give some small notes, 1-2 pages ka notes, which will cover basic things. And I'll try to find search on internet. If I'm able to get some shortcut PDF, I'll try to share it with you, that one as well. So day 5 is very important. I mean, the Friday is extremely important for all of us. So I want you people to be present on Friday and day 5. And next you can see, as mentioned, customized charts, creating basic charts, which we will be covering up. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we will be having a good time for discussing any doubts, whatever we have, because mostly we have covered with the day 4 topics as well. Only these particular things need to be taken care of, which will be taken care of sure. So this was all about today's session, everyone. Any doubts you can ask now. I mean, I'm keeping forum open for you. Thank you everyone for joining this particular session. Another 5 Uh, another 10 minutes. We are here for the doubts. Any doubts, please, you can get it resolved. Thank you, Shazia. One second. Hello. Uh, Good evening, Melvin. What's your Chandana? What was your if you are there in the meeting? Okay, sir, is it possible to get the recording of today's class? Melvin, I need to get back to you. I cannot assure you. DM me on WhatsApp. I'll be able to help you out. DM me on WhatsApp, Melvin. Apart from that, anyone, any doubts? Chandana, I think she left. No issues. Anyone, anyone? No? So I'm calling it a day. Thank you everyone for joining the meeting. Thank you for your valuable time. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye. Melvin, anything you can unmute. Bye everyone.